Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and John's Blood Angels. So the story that we've got going on here is a continuation of the last time that our two armies met. And so the rogue psyker that the Dark Angels managed to get their hands on away from the Inquisition and our last battle, the enmity that it caused has really riled things up, and the Blood Angels have sent forth a full complement to come here and strike back at the Dark Angels, and they've sent an entire company of forces here to try to hold their ground and keep that rogue psyker until they can figure out if he's one of the fallen or not before deciding where to go from there. From further. So this is more of a grudge match that we've got going on here between the two forces that is really started to escalate into some serious firepower being thrown at each other. So that's the story that we've got going on here. We are going to be doing the ITC mission Crusade. So that's what we're going to be playing. So before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that will be fighting it out today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a double demi Lion's Blade formation and a Ravenwing Strike Force. Leading off the double demi Lion's Blade formation, we have a Company Master and a Chaplain. We have 3 5-man tactical squads with a Flamer in each, and each with a Razorback with a twin-linked las cannon upgrade. We have another 3 5-man tactical squads, one with a heavy bolter, one with a las cannon, and one with a multi-melta, and all with Razorbacks with heavy bolters. We have 2 5-man Devastator squads, each with 2 grav cannons and a Rhino as a dedicated transport. We have 2 5-man assault squads with a Flamer in each and jump packs. We have a Dreadnought with an assault cannon and a heavy flamer and a drop pod as a dedicated transport. We have a 5-man command squad with 5 melta-guns and a drop pod as a dedicated transport. Then for the auxiliary choice, we have a 10th Company support with a 5-man scout squad with bolters. Then we have a Ravenwing Strike Force. Leading off the Strike Force, we have an Interrogator Chaplain on a bike with the Mace of Redemption. We have a 3-man command squad with an apothecary. We have a 3-man Black Knight squad. And last but not least, we have a Dark Shroud. And for the Blood Angels, he'll be running an Angel's Blade Strike Force and a Flesh Terror Strike Force. Leading off the Angel's Blade Strike Force, we have a Leaders of the Angelic Host with a Sanguinary Priest on a bike. We have a Storm Raven with a twin-linked multi-melta, twin-linked assault cannon, and hurricane bolters. Then we have a Battle Demi Company led by a Chaplain. We then have 3 5-man tactical squads. 2 of the sergeants have lightning claws, and 1 of the sergeants has a power sword. We have a 5-man Devastator squad with 2 las cannons, a missile launcher, and a multi-melta. We have a Dreadnought with a multi-melta and a storm bolter. We have a Furioso Dreadnought with a frag cannon and a heavy flamer. We have a Land Speeder with a multi-melta upgrade. There are no Typhoon missile launchers on this. As an auxiliary choice, he has a 3-man bike squad with 2 grav guns, and the sergeant has a combi grav. We then have a Flesh Terror Strike Force led by Captain Tycho. We have a Demos Pattern Command Rhino. We have a 5-man Scout Squad with camo cloaks and sniper rifles. We have 4 Fast Attack Drop Pods. We have a Fire Raptor with Avenger Bolt Cannon and 2 quad heavy bolters. And last but not least, we have a Knight Oathsworn detachment with a Knight Atropos. All right, so those are the armies that are going to be fighting out today. Going over deployment here, I've got for the Dark Angels here, I've got these 2 Razorbacks with the las cannons are empty over here. I've got a 5-man assault squad. I've got one of the 5-man tactical squads here with the las cannon. I've got the other 5-man assault squad here. We've got a Razorback with heavy bolter and a 5-man tactical squad with the flamer inside there. I changed up which squads had which of the Razorbacks because I realized I had kind of messed it up in the intro. You'll see which kind of goes along with here. We've got one of the five-man tactical squad with the multi-melta inside of the Razorback with the las cannon. We've got another Razorback with a heavy bolter, 5-man tactical squad with a flamer inside, and the chaplain is with them. Another 5-man tactical squad with a flamer inside of a heavy bolter Razorback with the company master inside there. We've got one of the Devastator squads here. We've got a 5-man tactical squad with a heavy bolter here, and we've got the other Devastator squad over here. Then I've got my scouts infiltrated over here. Going over Blood Angel's deployment, he's got his 5-man scout squad up in here. Underneath here, you can see it right under there, is his command tank. His command rhino is over there. Then, coming over here, he's got his 3-man bike squad with the Sanguinary Priest on a bike with them. We've got his land speeder over here, and we've got the Devastator squad in here. Everything else, as you can see right over there, is in reserves. So he's got one of his 5-man tactical squads with Tycho inside of the Storm Raven. We've got a 5-man tactical squad with right here. We've got the other 5-man tactical squad right here with the drop pod, and then we've got the two dreadnoughts are in drop pods, and his knight is also being held in reserve along with the Storm Raven. The Fire Raptor. I knew it was a bird of some sort. So that's what we've got going on as of right now. The Blood Angels will be going first, and I am not going to try to seize because of trying to think about tactics, which, as you all know, gives me a headache, but I'm giving it a try anyway. So, so that is what we've got going on here. We will come back to you after movement, or actually with the Maelstrom choices for the Blood Angels. All right, so first turn he rolled, and he's going to have objective 4 and objective 5, which is destroy an enemy unit and have a scoring unit at least partially within the enemy deployment zone. So that is the Maelstrom choices. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 1. In came his Fragnot dropping back over here. He was actually trying to go over there, and it shot right over the building right to there, which is pretty cool. Then he moved through cover and got up there, looking perfectly onto my tactical squad right there. One of his tactical squads dropped right on top there, which was awesome. Did not scatter whatsoever. And out came them right over there, looking around. Everyone can see someone over here. These guys all shot up this way, 12 inches, all passed their dangerous... Well, one guy failed his dangerous terrain test, but he passed his armor save, so he's all good. Managed to pull it back together. And then those guys stood still, as well as all the guys over here. Oh, and yeah, the drop pod, when it did drop down, it did fail a dangerous terrain test, so it did take 2 hull points. There's one for the result of the dangerous terrain, and then 1 for the additional mobilized result. So he's down to 1 hull point on this dude bro right on top here. So that is it for the movement phase for the Blood Angels. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off here, he is going to fire into him with the Melt-A-Gun. He is not in melter range, but he's in range. So we've got hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. That is a pen. 6 up night fight save. Nope. So plus 2 to the result. 4. So he cannot move, and he is snap firing. All right. All right. So now his Fragnot is going to fire into them with the frag launcher. Fragnot is it? Yeah. You're also Fragnot. So he's got the template can actually hit 4 of them, which means that he has 8 hits with the frag cannon. So these are going to be strength 6, so wounding on 2, 6s are rending. So we've got 1 rend and 4 armor saves.
So 1 just dead.
Yeah, 1 is just dead, which is going to be 50-50 over here. Hold on. Well, let's see what other armor saves. So then we got 4 armor saves at 3 up armors. Failed 1 of them, so that makes it an easy choice there. So I will remove those 2 guys, and we'll come back to you with the flamer attack. And now his heavy flamer can hit all 3 of those guys, so wounding on 3s. We've got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. Failed 1 of those. And now the Stormbolter from here is going to fire into this squad over here. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. We got 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got cocked. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. Cocked. They're good. Woo! All right, now this squad's going to fire into my scouts. Everyone, because you can also see through the, there's a window over here that it can see through. Everyone in this squad can actually see them. So they're going to rapid fire in here. So we've got 9 shots because there's 4 guys with bolters and 1 guy with a bolt pistol. So 9 shots hitting on 3s. All right, wow, pretty good. And wounding on 4s. Wow. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wounds. So I've got 7 3-up armor saves. Oh, no, yeah, 3-up cover saves because of night fight. All right, so I failed 4 of them. Oh, gross. And now the storm bolter from the drop pod is going to fire into him, hitting on a 3. Oh, no. All right, now these 5 guys are going to fire into these 2 guys here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. Precision shots, they're both 2 bolter guys. Wounded on 4s. We got 2 wounds with Rens. AP2, so they've got 3-up cover. They're going to go to ground because I don't want to give up first blood. So, 2-up cover saves. And he's good! Woo! All right, so now the command tank there is going to drop his orbital bombardment over here. So he's got line of sight. So he's going to drop it over here. He's got ballistic skill 4, direct hit. So it's going to be a hit onto each of them. So we'll go with the one on the left here. Strength 10, ordnance. So looking for, that is a pen. And then the one on the right is also a pen. So I've got 2. I've got a 6-up save for each of them. We'll go with the one on the left, 6-up. Nope, the one on the right. Yeah! Fill with the save. All right, so it's AP 1. So +2 to the result here on the one on the left. No, 3. So he will be snap firing. So at least he got that. All right.
Just the 2 grav guns.
And now this squad's going to fire into my Rhino over here. Just the 2 grav guns. He's not going to pop the combi at this point. So that's going to be 6 shots from the grav guns shooting into here, hitting on 3s. All right. Now looking for 6s. We've got 1 6. 1 6-up night fight save. No, so he is down a hull point and immobilized. All right, these guys, the Devastator squad is going to fire into him over here. So we've got the 2 las cannons and the missile launcher. Missile launcher is going to be blue. He's also going to take the Signum. So the blue is going to be hitting on 2. The 2 reds are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 2 hits. Strength 9 and strength 8. So looking for 3 and 2. So that's 2 pens. I've got 2 6-ups. I'm going to do them one at a time because they've got AP2 could explode it. Yep. So we're going to do the one for the missile launcher. Nope. So it will be a wreck, which is actually first blood. And then we've got the las cannon one just to see if it if I can save it from being exploding. Nope. So it goes through. The result +1.
So this, if I get an immobilized result.
No, it can't explode. It was just, yeah, all you have to worry about is explode because it's dead. No, so it's not going to explode. So it is a wreck. I'll disembark my guys, my dude bros, and we will come back to you. Actually, that might be it for shooting, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's it for shooting. And there's nobody that can charge because no one's close enough. So we'll come back to you after with the Maelstrom choices for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, turn 1 here, I chose objective 1 and objective 3, which is hold either objective 1 and destroy an enemy unit. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. These guys stood still. These guys stood still. He moved up 6 inches. These guys moved up 6 inches. These guys moved up 12 inches over here past dangerous terrain test. They moved 6 and disembarked past dangerous terrain test. He stood still and these guys disembarked. These guys both squads jumped back here. One guy failed his dangerous terrain test and died. These guys stood up because they had gone to ground, and then these guys stood still where they were. Oh, and he came in. He was supposed. I wanted him to go right next to there, and then scattered back right to the corner there. It was real close. So that's where he is, and that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, he's going to fire into these guys over here. So we're going to go with the heavy flamer. You can hit 2 of the guys. So these are going to be strength 5, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. So that's 1 wound, and 1 guy is just dead because it's AP 4. Now the assault cannon is going to fire into them, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 2s. 6s are rending. That's a rend, but he's got a 2-up cover save because it's 4-up for the ruins there. Yeah, 4-up for the ruins, plus 1 for the camo cloaks, plus 1 for night fight. So 2 ups. They're good. And now the drop pod's going to fire into them. Hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. Now this assault squad's going to fire into the back here. So we're going to have the flamer's going to hit him because it can glance on the back onto the 6. I've got 2 bolt pistols and 1 crack grenade. So we're going to go with the flamer first, glancing on a 6. Nope. Then we're going to throw the crack grenade, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Glancing on a 4. That's a glance. 6 up. Night fight save. No. So he's down a hull point. And then we've got 2 bolt pistols. Oop, helps if it's not a scatter. 2 bolt pistols hitting on 3s. We got 1 hit. Glancing on a 6. No, nothing there. And this squad over here is going to do the same exact thing. So we got the flamer one hitting, glancing on a 6. No, nothing there. Then we've got the crack grenade hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Glancing on a 4. That's a pen. 6 up. No. So let's see the result of that pen. Is a 5. So weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So his frag is gone. And then 3 bolt pistols into him over here. Hitting on 3s. Got 3 hits. Looking for a 6 to glance. Got 1 fill face. 6 up. No! So he goes down. And he is a wreck. Alright, so the las cannon here is going to fire into him. Hitting on a 3. Twin-linked. There you go. That's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. That is a glance. 6 up cover save. And he's good. Alright, we're going to go with the full ballistic skill shot into him over here. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. That is a pen. He's going to get a 5 up, becomes a 4 up cover save. He's good. And now here comes the snapfire one from over there. On a 6, twin linked. No, nothing there. And he's going to snapshot a crack grenade in there because they stood up because they went to ground last turn. So on a 6, nope. Now this squad here is going to throw a crack grenade into him. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 6 to glance. No, nothing there. And then over here, we've got a crack grenade that is going to be thrown into there on a 3. Nope. And now we've got a snap shooting multi-melta on a 6. Oh, I thought it was going to come. No. All right, the heavy bolter here is going to snap fire into his tactical marines over there. So hitting on 6s. So they move 12. We got 1 hit, twin linked. All right, just got the 1 hit, wounding on a 3. Nope. Wah, wah, wah. So this guy here is going to fire into them. He can see through the window over there. So let me get rid of that. Keep grabbing it. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Wow, look at those 6s. Wow! That he couldn't have done for this guy that needed the snapshots? Ugh. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds. 2 3 ups. They're good. This guy here is going to rapid fire into them. Hitting on 3s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Got 2 wounds. 2 3 ups. They're good. All right, so the squad in here is going to fire into these guys. They're going to jink because it's 2 grav cannons. They move 6, so salvo goes down to 3 and range is 12, so I can hit 2 of those guys there. So 6 shots are going to be coming in here. Hitting on... I'm actually going to give the signum to one of them. I forgot I can do that. So I'm going to give the signum. I'm just going to do it. Actually, here we go. These are easy to grab over here. So the yellow are going to be the signum hitting on 2s. Greens are going to be hitting on 3s. Okay. Should have done it the other way. Looking for 3s. Re-rolling because of grav amps. No need to re-roll. So we got 4. 4 3-up jink saves because it's night fight still. 1 goes down. Oh, feel no pain. I forgot about that. Oh, and he's good. So now this squad is going to fire into them. We're going to start with the grav shots. So we've got the blacks are going to be the signum. Greens are going to be the non-signum. These are going to be hitting on 3s and 2s. Blacks are hitting on 2s. All right. Should have done it the other way. Crap, my greens are not giving me well. All right. Wounding on 3s. Re-rolling because of grav amps. Re-rolling because of grav amps. All right, so that is 6 3-up jink saves. Here we go. Oh, not good. So what is that, 4?
4. That's
Yep,
a 5.
that's a 5. All right, so 4, and now 4 feel no pains. 2 make it, so 2 are going to be dead. And now we've got 2 bolt guns that are going to fire into there, hitting on 3s. Nope. Okay. All right, now these guys are going to fire into there. So we're going to have the heavy bolter fire first, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. All right, then we've got 3 bolt guns that are going to be coming in here, hitting on 3s. Okay, God, wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. And Storm Bolter from here is going to fire into them, hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Whoop, nope, nope, nope. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you with the objectives for Blood Angels on turn 2. All right, so Blood Angels, he got both of his objectives turn 1 there, and then he rolled, and he's going to take 3 and 4, which is kill and immunity. He's not going to upgrade it to kill 3 units. He's just going to go for 2 units. So we'll come back to you after movement phase on turn 2 for the Blood Angels. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 2. These guys all shut up here. They passed their dangerous terrain test. These guys dropped in over here. His knight came in from reserves. These guys stood still. These guys are shuffling around this way, looking onto my scout. In came his Fire Raptor. His other dreadnought dropped here, and then he moved down through cover there. We were doing this as 3 inches because whoever built this was kind of crazy. So we just did 3 inches down and then 3 inches there. So he dropped down, moved through cover over there. In came the Storm Raven over here, and these guys over here are all staying still. So that is it for movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 2. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now we've got the 4 guys there. The scouts are going to start us off by shooting to them, so hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. They're good. Woo! Drop pod is going to shoot into the. Oh no, I'm sorry. This drop pod is going to fire into them over here on 3s, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound, 1 3-up armor save. No, and he goes down. And now this drop pod is going to fire into him, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. No, nothing there. All right, so he is going to fire with him. We're going to fire the Twin Link Multi-Melta and the Assault Cannon into my Razorback on the left there. So let's go Multi-Melta, hitting on a 3. That's a hit within Melta range. So looking for a that is a pen. I get no save on that, so plus 1 to the 2 to the result. So he will be can't move, and he's going to be snap firing. And now here comes the Assault Cannon. So 4 shots, hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, so we got 3 hits, strength 6, so looking for 5s to glance. That is cocked. Oh, there it goes. So it is a wreck. And then Power of the Machine Spirit, 1 missile into him over here. It's hitting on the 3. Nope, that's a miss. Drop pod's going to fire into my scout over here, hitting on the 3. That's 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. Yeah, 4-up armor save. Yeah, 4-up armor save. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, now these guys are going to fire into him with 2 bolt pistols, the only ones that can see him. So hitting on 3s. No, nothing there.
6, 8.
These guys here are going to fire into the Grav Squad over here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 shots coming in here because they're in rapid fire range. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Yep. All right. Got a couple misses, not many. And then wounding on 4s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 3-up armor saves. Okay, not great. And now the drop pod's going to shoot at these Grav guys over here, hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounded on a 4. That is not a wound. And now these guys are going to fire into this tactical squad here. So these are going to be snap firing. So the priest is going to be shooting his Twin Link Bolter, and then the other guy is going to be shooting his Grav, which is going to be the blue ones. So we got those and then those. So all hitting on 6s, Twin Linked on the Bolters. Got 1 hit on that. 1 hit, so wounded on a 4. That's a wound. 3-up armor save. He's good. And now he's going to fire the melter gun into the rhino over here. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Melter range, obviously. And, ooh, that is not a glance. That's nothing. Okay. All right, this squad here is going to fire into my Razorback over here. So we've got the 2 las cannons, and then the Signum is going to be placed on the missile launcher. So hitting on 3s and 2. All right. So side armor's 11. So looking for 3 on the for the missile, and then the red is going to be glancing on a 2. All right. So that's 2 pens. I don't think there's any cover there. Nope, no cover there. So let's do the missile launcher. Result
6
is a 6. Okay. Yep, that's a 6. Cool. So he's now going to be immobilized. And then the other result here, +1, 5. Rip and destroyed. Not great. So he's an immobilized Razorback without a weapon. Bwomp, bwomp. All right, the knight here is going to fire his blast here. Roll the d6 to see if it what happens here. On a 1, it'll hurt him, and on a 6, it becomes vortex, so nothing there. So it's just a regular shot coming into the back over here. All right. That's a direct hit, so it'll hit them both over here. So it's strength 10, right? Armor Bane, I don't think you're half your range, right? Oh no, Armor Bane, hold on a second. All right, so it's strength 8 Armor Bane. So we're gonna go with the 1 on the right here on the rhino. So that is a pen, and then onto the one on the left there is a pen as well. So 5-up cover save onto the rhino. Nope, and then 5-up cover save onto him. No, so it goes through. So let's do the rhino first. It's AP2. AP2. So +1 to the result on the rhino. All right, and then +1 to result on the Razorback. That blows up. All right, so we'll figure this one out. We'll come back to you with the result. All right, so that blew up, and these guys are all fine because they've got they're fearless because of the company master there. So moving on. All right, so he is going to be shooting into him with his multi-melta. So hitting on a 3. No, nothing there. All right, so now the Fire Raptor is going to fire. His main gun is going to go into the 5-man assault squad over here. This quad bolter is going to fire into this squad over here. This quad bolter here is going to fire into my 4-man assault squad here. And then he's going to put the 2 missiles into him over here. So, everything is going to be hitting on 2, so which one do you want to do first? All right, we're going to do the 2 missiles first. Hitting on 2s, those are both hit, strength 8. So, looking for 3s to glance. We got 1 glance, and from him, I've got a cover save because he's shooting through the building there, so 5 up. No, so it goes through. All right, now here, the quad bolter is going to fire into the 4-man squad over here. So, hitting on 2s, twin linked. All right, strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Okay, so we've got 3 wounds. 3-up armor saves. They're good, woo! And now this quad bolter is gonna fire into these guys, hitting on 2s, twin linked. All right, wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 3 more wounds. 3-up armor saves. And 1 guy goes down. All right, the main gun now from here is going to fire into the 5-man squad here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Here I rolled there because I had forgotten to roll. And then re-rolling, so that's twin linked. All right, those are all hits. Strength what? Strength 6, so wounding on 2s, AP 3. So we've got 6 wounds, is that? Yep, 6 wounds. So we are going to be taking these because the front guy has a 5-up cover save because he's shooting through the pod here. Then the next 2 don't get anything. The 4th guy does. The 5th guy doesn't, so we have to take it one at a time. So, first guy, 5-up. No, so he's dead. Then the next 2 are dead. And then we're going to do it one at a time again. 5-up. He's good. Next one is not. So, and then the last one will be just straight through. So that is the 5-man squad dead. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Moving on to the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into my scout there. He's part of the Lion's Blade, so he's got full ballistic skill Overwatch. So he's going to be rapid firing his bolter, hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 3-up armor save. Oh, it was a 2 and it fell over. Ah, Casey. All right, and then you've got basically anything but on this chart. It's probably going to be a 4 because I think he's about 2 inches away. Okay. And then 2 for moving through cover. He is in. He's way in. So they will move them in, and we'll keep moving on. All right, now these guys are going to charge into my squad over here. So I am going to shoot him with them. They've got full ballistic skill Overwatch as well. Blacks are going to be the heavy bolter. Greens are going to be the bolt shot. So hitting on 3s. All righty. Pretty good. Greens are going to be wounding on 5s. Blacks are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 3-up armor saves. 2 down, feel no pains. No, and they are dead.
He's got 2 wounds.
Oh, he's got 2 wounds? Okay, so they've got 1 wound left onto him. And then do you want to see if you can make the charge, sir?
So it's 3.
It's 3 up.
7.
Yeah, about 7-inch charge here. No, he does not make it. All right, so we'll come back to you. That is it for the charges, so we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so we're going to come over to here. 3 of the guys can get hits in at I5 because they've got, what's it called? What's the thing that makes an I5? Something, I don't know. It's basically they just have like this Blood Angel rule because of the formation that allows them, it gives them +1 to initiative on the charge, and it also gives them Furious Charge. So they're going to be Strength 5 going into my guys, and that they also hit at I5. His guys are going to go first. It's called the Bloodthirst. So Red Thirst. Sorry, not Bloodthirst. Red Thirst. Bloodthirst sounds so much more badass, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Yeah, that's the demon one. Is the Bloodthirst. Sorry. So we've got the 6 attacks coming in here, hitting on 4s. All right, Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. We've got 1 wound, 1 4-up armor save. He's good. So we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, now my scout gets to attack back. He's got his 1 attack, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. No wound there. So we will be locked in combat. So that is it for the Blood Angels turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you with the objectives for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, so I got both of my objectives, and then I chose, I rolled and got 3 and 4, so I chose to kill 3 and up to 3. So I need to kill 3 units or I get nothing. But if I kill 3 units, I get 3 Maelstrom points. This is the way the ITC mission work. So we'll see what happens. Go big or go home, right? We'll see if I have to warm up my car and just go home. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels. Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. These guys came in over this way from reserves. These guys stood still. They are right here. They had fallen back last turn and only fell back to there, so they stood still. These guys stood still. These guys moved up this way. These guys disembarked and moved up this way. He moved up, or he stood still where he was over here. These guys stood still. He moved up 6. These guys moved up over this way. These guys moved in here. The guy that was up there is now back underneath there, so he's right underneath the objective. He moved up 6 inches this way. These guys came in over here. He moved up over this way. And my other drop pod, I went in back over in this corner here, and he scattered off the board, then rolled a 6, so he's just an ongoing reserve. So we'll see if he comes back next turn. So that is it for the movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 2. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, the squad in here is going to jump up and shoot into that squad there. I'm going to give the signum to one of the grav cannons, and the other grav cannon is not going to. So the black is going to be hitting on 2s. Greens are going to be hitting on 3s. Wow. All right. These are going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling because of grav amps. Re-rolling because of grav amps. All right, so we've got 3 6 wounds. They've got a 6-up cover save shooting through that fence over there. So 6 of them. Yep.
4 times the chaplain.
Actually, I think it's the 5 guys before you get to the chaplain. So 6-up cover saves, makes 1, and then re-roll 1 more, and then 1 more because of 6. No. So that is the last guy there. All right, Stormbolter from here is going to fire into his Sanguinary Priest there. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. All right, this squad here is going to fire into the Sanguinary Priest. Blacks are the heavy bolter, greens are the bolters, hitting on 3s. All right, all hits, pretty good. Wounding on 5s and 4s. Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. All right, this squad here is going to fire into the Sanguinary Priest, who is going to jink. So blacks are going. These are all going to be hitting on 3s. All righty. All right, wounding on 3s, re-rolling because of grab amps. All right, re-rolling because of grab amps. All righty. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wounds, so 7 4-up jink saves. And then feel no pains. Ooh. And then feel no pains. Yeah. No, he is dead. Whoa, pretty close. He had those 2 there. But yeah, he is dead. These guys now are going to fire into his land speeder over here. He is going to jink. So I've got 6 rapid fire and plasma shots here. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Those are all hits. Looking for 3s to glance. All right. Oh, got 3 glances. He's got 3 4-up cover saves. He failed 2 of them. So that is enough to kill him. Those are glances. 3s are glances. Yeah, so he is just a wreck. All right, this squad here is going to fire into the drop pod. We're going to start with the multi-melta, hitting on a 3. That's a hit in melta range. So looking for a 4 to glance. That is a glance. Okay. And now the crack grenade's going to get thrown in there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 6 to glance. Hey, that's a glance. All right, I'll take that.
Is there a window?
Yeah, these guys here are going to throw a grenade through the window over here, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 6 to glance. No, nothing there. And then the one guy that's in the back there is going to throw a grenade at it. That's a hit. That is nothing. All right, my Dark Shroud's going to fire into the scouts over here. Got 3 shots from the Heavy Bolter, hitting on 3s. We got 2 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound. 3-up cover save. He's good. Drop pod's firing into the scouts over here, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, wounding on a 4. Nope. All right, so he's going to fire into them. Got the heavy flamer, can hit 2 of them, so wounding on 3s, killing on 3s. Got 2 dead. All right, my Razorback here is going to fire into his Dread over there. So, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Glancing on a 1. It's a glance. All right, these guys here are going to fire into his Storm Raven. He's going to jink. So I've got 6 shots from the plasma shots rapid firing into there, and then I've got a a crack grenade. So these are all going to be hitting on 6s because he's a zooming flyer. All right, that's a miss. These are going to be twin linked. Wow. Okay, no gets hots, and I got 4 hits. Good thing he jinked. So these are strength 7, armor 12. So looking for 5s to glance. We got 2 glances, 2 4-ups. No, so he goes down 2 hull points. Okay. Razorback here is going to fire into his scouts over there. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound, 1 3-up. No, 1 goes down. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Moving on to the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into him. 8 inches will get them in, and then the guy inside over there is going to charge. 9 inches will get him in. So we'll move them in, and we'll come back to you. All right, so in the assault phase, I'm going to throw 1 crack grenade for the one guy there in his own squad, and then these guys over here are going to throw 1 crack grenade. So I'm going to just do it at the same time. They're both auto-hitting because he's immobilized, so just looking for 1 6 to glance with the crack grenades. No, don't get it. Adds up to 6, doesn't make anything. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you with the objectives for Blood Angels on turn 3. All right, so we're over here to this fight. We forgot about this one. So first, we're going to go with this is my guy first. He's got his 1 attack, hitting on a 4. It's cocked. Whoa, get back here. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That is a wound. Phil first. And he's good. And then you've got your attacks here. 3 attacks. Those are all hits. Wounding on 4s. Those are 2 wounds. 2 3-up, 2 4-up armor saves because he's a scout. He's good! Woo! So so we will be stuck in combat still. So we will come back to you now with the objectives for the Blood Angels on turn 3. All right, so he scored both of his objectives, and then he rolled and he got destroy an enemy unit and have a scoring unit at least partially within the enemy deployment zone. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 3. This guy shuffled over this way. He's moving up this way 12 inches. These guys all stood still. He's flying over this way. These guys are locked in combat. He dropped into hover mode, moved over this way. These guys jumped out over here looking at my assault squad. He moved up here looking onto him. They're also looking onto them. And his Demos pattern command tank, Kool-Aid Man through the wall there, moving over this way to get some angles, get away from the Dreadnought moving over this way. And he's just moved up here and then ran up here. So that is what he's going to be doing. So that is it for the movement phase here for the Blood Angels on turn 3. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, he's going to shoot with the Stormbolter into these guys over here. They're going to jink. So hitting on a 3. 2 hits, wounding on 5s. No wounds. Stormbolter into them over here, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 1, 2 up, jink save. He's good. And the Melta Shot on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. 2 up, jink save. He's good. All right, so now he is going to fire into them. He's going to power the Machine Spear, the Multi-Melta into my tank over here. So let's do the Multi-Melta first. So hit, yeah, that's full BS. Everything else is because everything else is not firing because it did jinx. So this is full. So that's a hit. Looking for 2 to glance. That is a pen, so plus 2 to the result. That's 6, so it is immobilized. All right. Now we're going to start with the assault cannon into these guys, hitting on 6s. Twin linked. That's 1 hit. Strength 6, wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 2 up, jink save. Rerollable to a 4 up. He's good. Woo! Now the Hurricane Bolters are hitting on 6s. Twin linked. All right, so 4 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 up jink saves. They're good, woo! And a missile on a 6, no, nothing there. So that is it for shooting for the Storm Raven. Drop pod here is gonna fire into the tactical squad up here, hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound, 1, 3 up armor save. No, he goes down. This drop pod's not gonna fire into that same squad, hitting on 3. No, nothing there. And he's going to fire into this squad over here. On 3s, that's hits. Wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. 2, 3 up armor saves. They're good. Drop pod here is going to fire into these guys up on here. 2 shots hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 3 up armor save. They're good. Woo! All right, so the Knight is now going to fire onto these guys. We want to roll the D6 to see what happens. 2. Oh, I thought that was a 1. That would have been great. So now, he still fires, but he takes a wound, right? Yes. So here we go. See if it drops. Oh, that is going to scatter. We'll come back to you with that. All right, that didn't actually hit anybody. It just fell like right in the middle there. But they did jinx, so he's got that at least. All right, so now the Fire Raptor is going to fire. The main gun's going to go into these guys over here. Quad bolter is going to fire into them, and this other quad bolter is going to fire into them. You can see him through the windows over here. So,
actually, he's going to shoot a missile into the ground.
And a missile is going to fire into them over here. So, we're going to go with both missiles that he's got left are going to go into them. So, here we go with which one you went first? We're going to go with the 2 missiles into there. So, hitting on 2s. Got 2 hits, strength 8. So, looking for 3s to glance. Got 2 glances. So, that is a wreck. All right, these guys came out here and failed their morale test, so they are pinned. So now we've got the quad bolter is going to fire into these guys over here.
So 6 shots.
6 shots hitting on 2s. All right, twin linked. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. So we've got 4 wounds. All right, I'm going to do 1 at a time, and then I have to look out, sir. So there's 4 of them, right?
Yep.
So first one, 3 up. Nope, so he goes down. And then I've got 3 more lookout, sirs. They're all good. Then 3 up armor saves. And I make 2 of them. All right. And now this quad bolter is going to fire into them. Hitting on 2s, twin linked. All right, 5 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds. 3 up armor saves. He's good. Woo!
Right side.
And here comes the main gun into them who are jinking. So, hitting on 2s. Twin linked. All right.
Actually, it hits on 3s because they're bikes.
Oh, hits on 3s.
Strafing run.
Strafing run? No, they should be fine. They're still ground units. The strafing run. Yeah, they should. Either which way, they all hit. Yep. So now it's strength. What is it?
6.
Strength 6. So wounding on 3s. All right. So we've got 5 wounds. 5. 3 up jinx saves. Rerollable because of Raven Wing. They're good. Woo! Chaplain is going to fire into the grav squad over here. So hitting on a 2. That's a hit. No, hitting on a 3. So he did not hit.
I'll make sure no hits.
All right, so moving on to the assault phase, he is going to charge into my bikers. They are going to fire Overwatch, so they are going to be hitting on 6s since they jinked. I got 1 hit so far. I got 2 hits, but no here. So he's strength 7 becomes strength 6. Oh, I could never have hurt him because I forgot his on the armor facing. Whenever he puts his armor, that's -1 to the strength of the shooting, so it does not hit, or it hits, but it couldn't wound him. Oh, it would have been a glance if it wasn't. All right, because he's armor 13 on the front, and because he's the Atropos, his armor, whatever the armor, the ion shield facing, it minuses 1 from the strength of the weapon shooting him. So here comes his charge, and he's 10 inches. He makes it with a 12, so we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, and he is going to charge into them. They are going to have 3 rapid firing plasma talons plus 1 crack grenade. These are going to be hitting on 6s because they jinked. Alrighty, nothing so far. Twin linked though. Got a hit and 1 gets hot. 3 up armor save. Now we got feel no pain. No, so 1 of them goes down. Boop. And now strength 7, looking for a 5 to glance. No, nothing there. So his charge distance is totally in. So we will keep moving on. And these guys, because this is an assault vehicle, they're going to charge into these guys over here. So we are going to Overwatch here. I've got a flamer into the assault squad there, so he's going to have a D3 wall of death. So that's 2. So wounding on 4s. I got 1 wound. Tycho's going to take it. So he's good. And then we've got 1 crack grenade on a 6. Oh, on a 3 because they're full ballistic skill. So that's a hit. Strength 6 wounding on 2s. That's a wound. 2 up. He's good. And then we've got 2 bolt pistols. Both hits. No wounds. All right. So he has a 7-inch charge through cover there. And he is in. They're in. So we will move them in, and then we will come back to you with a fight sub phase.
Does a wound.
All right, so we're going to start over here with the Hammer of Wrath from his Dreadnought. It does a wound. So 3 up armor save. He's good. Now we'll come back to you with I-5. All right, so over here, we're going to start with I-5, which is going to be his guy and my guy, and my Interrogator Chaplain. So here come his attacks. Hitting on 4s. All right, wounding on 2s. All right, so that's 3 wounds. I am going to fudge. 3 wounds. I am going to take... I'm just going to take the 2 onto the 2 guys there, and then take 1 onto my Interrogator Chaplain. So he's got a 4-up invul save because he's strength 10, so it doubles them out, so they have instant death. So that my apothecary does not get to give them the feel no pain. So here comes the 1 Rosaria save from my Interrogator Chaplain. If I fail this, he's going to be a dead man. And that's going to be Slay the Warlord. So 4 up. Did he pray to the Emperor? How loyal is he? No! And he goes down! So that is Slay the Warlord. But let's see if he can get a little bit of redemption. Because he does get to attack back at I-5 at the same time here. So he's got the Mace of Redemption. So I've got 3 base attacks +1 for extra close combat weapon. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Zealot. Re-rolling because of Zealot. Okay, not meant to be. So here we go. He's got armor 12 on the front. I've got +3 because of the Mace of Redemption. So that's going to be, yeah, +3 becomes strength 7. So looking for 5s to glance. Let's see what I can do. We got 1 pen. And what's the result of the pen? It's not AP 2, so he will still be alive. Let's see if I can mobilize him. Let's see if I can do it. No, but I blew up a weapon. So 1, 2, 3. It's his arm. 4, 5, 6. The Melta. 1, 2, 3. So his arm is gone. Okay. So that is that whole squad done. So we'll keep moving on.
Hitting you on 3s.
All right. So moving over to here, Tycho is going to go first. So he is going to be hitting on 3s. All right. So we got 2 hits. Strength 5 on the charge here. So wounding on that's 2 wounds. An AP dash though, right? Yeah, so AP dash. So 3 up armor saves. Okay, 1 of them goes down. So now we're gonna go with his sergeant, who's got 3 attacks here with a power sword. So hitting on 4s, got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, oh 3 because of the furious or the blood furious charge. So he kills 1 guy. Okay. And now we have 4 other guys that are coming in here, hitting on 4s. All right, wounding on 4s. Oh, hey, wounding on 3s. Furious charge again. I forgot. So we got 3 wounds, 3 up armor saves. 1 more goes down. So there's 1 guy left. All right, and he's got 1 base +1 for extra close combat weapon. Hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 3 up. He's good. So I lost combat, but I have stubborn. And we will not. Oh, I failed. So initiative. No, I think you got me. What are you, initiative 6? 7? Yes, and that's 6. So you caught me. So we are just locked in combat. So that will keep going on. And now this 1 guy here is going to crack grenade into the drop pod because he's still in base to base, so he didn't move because it's a vehicle. So looking for a 6 to glance. No, ooh, so close. Now we're going into the endless scout combat here. I'm going to do my guy hitting on a 4. Nope. And now he's got his 3 attacks hitting on a 4. Nope. No. So that will keep continuing on, which is actually pretty good because now I can't shoot you in my face with all these guys. So, all right. And now we're going to keep moving on. So here comes the Hammer of Wrath from the Knight on a 2. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. So we'll come back to you with the fight subphase. All right, so at initiative step 4, my guys and his guys are going to go at the same time. We're going to go with my guys just because it's funnier. So we've got my guys there, 2 attacks base each, +1 for extra close combat weapon. They're going to be weapon skill 4, right? So they're going to be hitting on 4s. All right, pretty good. And now looking for 6s. Their strength +1 with rending. So their strength +1, which is going to be a strength 5. So if I get a 6, there's the possibility that I could, with the rending, get a glance. So looking for 6s. We've got 1 6. So now looking for, that raises up to 11. So now looking for a 3+ to glance. But it can't do anything because the pen doesn't make a difference. So 3+, and he takes a whole point. Of course, that's what I rolled. Oh, getting so close and then getting that far is not fun. All right, we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, here come his attacks here, hitting on 4s. Oh, boy. These are D strength, 4s. Yeah. So these are D strength. So just roll them. Yeah, just roll them all. So 1 does nothing, and then that's 2. What is it? D3? Hold on a second. All right, so 2 of them were just dead from that. So now we've got the stomps from here. D3 stomps, 1 stomp. The result of that stomp, a 3. So that is a strength 6 AP 4. So looking for a 3 to wound. No, nothing there. So I lost combat by 2. They've got Grim Resolve, so he's good there. And I am going to try to hit and run. So needing a, looking for initiative step 4, initiative 4, so he's good. So I will run away from him and he will consolidate. And that is it for the Blood Angel turn here on turn 1. whatchamacallit, turn thingy. What is it? Turn. Why am I having the hardest time? That was turn 3 for Blood Angels here. So we will come back to you with the movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, so I got my kill 3 units, which is pretty good. And then I rolled and I got 4 and 5. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. They stood still. The squads all in here are kind of like circling around over here in Tycho. He had to stay still. He shot back here. He jumped up on top over here. He shot out 12 inches, passed dangerous terrain test. He jumped up here, passed dangerous terrain test. These guys have all moved up so they're looking to get involved over here. These guys finally came in, dropped over here, passed dangerous terrain test, and they are good over here. He moved over here. They stood up. They stood still, and they stood still. And that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're going to start the shooting phase with them shooting into him. He said his ion shield's going to be on this side. So I've got 5 guys there hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 miss, not bad. So effective are strength 7 because it's -1 because of the shield facing. So we got 4 of these that are going to be going in here. So we've got the first one looking for armor 12, right? So looking for 5s to glance. That is a pen. That is a pen. That is nothing. And that is a pen. So we got 3 pens, 3 for ion saves. We got made 1, so 2 go through. +2 to the result for both of those. No. Nothing there. So it's just down 2 hull points. All right, so he's going to fire into him. Rapid firing on 6s because he jinked previous turn. Twin linked. Got 2. Okay. Strength 7 looking for 5s to glance. We got 1 pen. +1 to the result. Oh, no. Okay, so he's just down another hull point. All right, these guys are going to fire into his knight over there. So hitting on 3s. All righty. All right, and these are going to be glancing, looking for 6s. It's not going to immobilize him, but they will still do a hull point. So looking for 6s. All right, re-rolling because of grav amps. No, nothing there. All right. This squad here is going to fire into his chaplain, hitting on 3s. Okay. Toughness 4, so wounding on 4s and wounding on 3s. Okay, so we got 3 wounds, 3-up armor saves. He's good. These guys here are going to snap fire into his knight over there. So looking for 6s with the 2 grav cannons. We got 1 hit. Looking for a 6. Re-rolling because of grav amps. No, nothing there. All right, this squad here is going to fire into here. We're going to go with the crack grenade first. That's a hit. That is a glance, so it is a wreck. Okay. He is going to snap fire into his scout over there, hitting on 6s. Twin linked. Nothing. He's going to do the same thing. Twin linked. Nothing there. He is going to fire into his dreadnought over here. So I've got 4 shots, hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Strength 6, looking for 4s to glance. Got 1 glance, which is all I needed. He is a wreck. And he is going to fire into a Storm Raven who is going to jink. So, last cannon hitting on 3s because he's in hover mode. Twin linked. Okay, that's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. No, 3 to pen. No, 3 to glance. 3 to glance. Of course. Of course. All right, my drop pod's going to fire into his Devastators. 2 shots hitting on 3s. I got this one's cocked. All right, so we got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Got 1 wound, 3-up armor save. No, 1 guy goes down. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into them. I need a 5-inch charge because it's 3 inches. They can go around the corner here.
You can't charge through your own model.
You can charge around your own model, though. So these guys are going to charge into here. They need a 3-inch charge, 5-inch charge, because it's 3 inches up plus 2 inches for moving through cover. They are not in. And then this squad over here is going to charge. They are in. So we'll move them in, and we'll come back to you. That is it for my charges. So we'll come back to you. Well, no, I've got some more charges. All right, this tactical squad here is going to charge into them. That is in. And then the one single dude bro there is in. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we go. We're going to start over here. Tycho is going to attack into the tactical squad that just charged in over there. He declared a challenge I accepted with my guys. So Tycho's shots here, hitting on threes, sorry. All right. Wounding on 4s. No, 3s.
Fours.
No, what's this? Yeah, 4s.
4.
All right, wow, 3 6s, so 3 wounds. 3 up armor saves. One guy dead, all right. All right, so all my guys are going to come fight back. So we've got 4 guys that are going to be on the charge there. They've got 1 base plus 1 for the charge. And then I've got 1 guy who's in there, who's already locked in there. He's got an extra close combat weapon. These are all going to be hitting on 4s. All right. Okay, wounding on 4s. Got 3 wounds. 3 up armor saves. 2 dead.
Tactical squad?
All right, so in here, 3 guys have to go into the guy with the assault guy because just the way they had consolidated into combat there. But the other 2 guys can actually attack onto the 3-man assault squad. So we're gonna go for those guys. 1 hit, wounding on a 4. Is that nothing? All right, and then you've got your. Let's do the sergeant first. He's going to be hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. All right, so he is dead. So the other guys don't actually, because it's at the same initiative, don't get to attack in. So I lost 2 guys. You lost 2 guys. So we are actually locked in combat over here. All right, so over here to this combat here, my company master is going to go first at I5. So he's got 3 attacks base, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 1 for the charge. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, all hits. Wounding on 4s. We've got 4 wounds. 3 up armor saves.
4?
Yep. 2 guys go down. Okay. All right, so we're going to go at I4. His guys and the rest of my guys are going to go. So these are the attacks that hit. Yep. That one's going to be AP. The blue ones are the sergeant with the claws. So these are wounding on 4s. All right, so 1 guy is dead, and then I've got 1 armor save I can make. And I do. Okay. So that guy goes dead, and then that guy goes. So now I've got the rest of my attacks are going to come back, so it's the same initiative there. So I've got 3 guys that came in on the charge. 1 was the sergeant with the extra close combat weapon. So the sergeant with the extra close combat weapon has 1 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon plus 1 for the charge. 2 other guys on the charge have 1 base plus 1 for extra close, 1 for the charge, and then 1 from my scout there. He can still attack in with his 1 attack. So these are all going to be hitting on 4s. That was not rolled. All right. Not bad. Wounding on 4s. We've got 4 wounds, 3 up armor saves, 2 more dead. Okay. So you lost combat by 3, right? So your leadership is going to be down to 5. All right. Makes it. So we will be locked in combat. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you with the objectives for the Blood Angels on turn 4. All right, so my opponent got both of his objectives last turn and then rolled and got 4 and 5, which is destroy an enemy unit and have a scoring unit at least partially within the enemy deployment zone. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Blood Angels on turn 4. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 4. He moved over this way looking on him. He's run over this way looking at him. They stood still. He dropped into hover mode right over here. He is locked in combat. These guys are all locked in combat. And he went back into zoom flying mode coming over this way. And these guys, pardon me, shuffled around over here. And that's it for movement phase, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so he is going to throw a crack grenade into him over here. Hitting on a 3. No, nothing there. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, continuing the shooting phase, he is going to fire into him. He's going to power the machine spirit, the multi-melta into him, so he gets full ballistic skill and everything else. He's going to fire the 2 missiles and the assault cannon into him at snapshot. So first, the multi-melta hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 4 to glance. That is a pen. 6 up cover save because of my Dark Shroud there. Yeah, with a filth face. Woo! And now here come the assault cannon hitting on 6s. Got 1 hit. Reroll because of twin linked. Got 2 hits. Strength 6 looking for 6s to pen. Got 1 pen. Yeah, because it's going to auto no matter what. Yeah, +2. So that's 14. So that's a pen. 6 up cover save because of the Dark Shroud. No, nothing there. So the pen result is a 5. Weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So his assault cannon is dead. And now come the 2 missiles into him on 6s. No, nothing there. All right, this drop pod and this drop pod are both going to shoot into them. So hitting on 4s. 3, sorry. Wounding on 4s. That's what I meant to think. So got 3 hits, 3 wounds, 3 up armor saves. And they're good. This drop pod here is going to fire into this squad over here. Hitting on 3s. No, nothing there. All right, these guys are going to fire into the squad over here. So the sergeant's actually going to rapid fire his bolt gun, as opposed to giving a signum. So what we have is that's going to be the bolter, that's going to be the las cannons, and that's going to be the missile launcher. So hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 4s on the red, 2s on everything else. All right, so that's 3 AP 3 or better wounds. So 4 up cover saves. Make 2 of them. All right. All right, so now moving on to the knight. He's going to shoot the D-beam onto him, who's going to jink, and then he's going to fire the blast marker on the drop pod. He's going to try to get around it. So we'll do this one first. So hitting on a 3. That is a hit. D.
Anything but.
That's a wound. 3 up jink save. Rerollable. He's good. All right, so now he's going to go over there. His 1d6 was a 5, so it's good to go. So let's see if it scatters. Direct hit.
That's everybody in the drop pod.
All right, we're going to figure this one out. All right, so it hits drop pod and 3 of the guys down here. So we're going to go into the drop pod with armor bane. So strength 8, looking for 4s to glance. That is a pen. Plus 1s, plus 1, right? AP 1? Oh, plus open top. So, yeah, so it's because of 5, weapon destroyed. I think from here, I've got 25% obscured from there, so 5 up, cover save. He does with a fill face. And then you've got the 3 guys down there that you're going to hit, wounding on 2s. We got 2 wounds, 2 4 up, cover saves. Make 1 of them, all right. So now the chaplain's going to shoot into him. Hitting on a 3, no hit. Now the fire raptor is going to fire. The main gun is going to fire into them, and each of the quad bolters, 1 into there and 1 into there. So here comes the main gun, hitting on 2s, re-rolling. Oh no, he's hovering now, right?
Doesn't matter, still has strafing run.
Hold on a second. All right, so we got 6 of these shots here, wounding on 2s. All right, so we've got 5 wounds. AP 3, so we've got 5. 4 up cover saves. We got 2 saves, 3 are dead. Okay. Here comes the quad bolter into these guys over here. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of twin linked. All right, strength 5, wounding on 3s. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. We've got 4 whatchamacallits, 4 3 up armor saves. And 1 guy goes down. And now the other one's going to fire into this squad over here. That's all hits, wounding on 3s. We've got 3 wounds. 3 up armor saves. They're all good. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. He is going to assault into him, and he is going to assault into them. So we're going to start over here. He's going to assault into them. He is going to overwatch on 6s because he jinked. So 2 shots. Nothing so far, but twin linked. I got 1 hit and not that one because, if he hadn't jinked. All right, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP 2, 4 up Invul save? No, he takes a wound. And now his charge distance into here. He needs a 3-inch charge, so anything but. And he is in, so we'll come back to you with that.
Overwatch.
All right, so these guys, he's going to charge into them, so they are going to fire. They are out of 6 inches, which is what he wanted to put his guy there. So they are going to be firing at full ballistic skill because they're part of the Lion's Blade. So hitting on 3s. We got 3 hits. Wow, it would be good even on snapshots. Strength 8, front armor is 13, which is not where the thing is. So I'm looking for 5s to glance, 6s to pen. He gets no saves on this. I got 1 pen, plus 2 to the result. Does not explode. So he's just down another hull point, down to 3. And then you need a 7-inch charge. He does get it. All right, so we'll move them in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so we're going to start over here. He has a Hammer of Wrath. He has a wound. 3-up armor save. They're good. All right, so now he gets his 5 attacks coming in here. Hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 2 hits. D strength. So those are 2 dead. All right. All right, so he's got D3 stomps, so he rolled a 3, so he gets 2 stomps onto the guy. Let's see the results.
I can do one at a time.
You can do, well, it's only 1 guy there. All right, he's removed from play. All right, so he is gone. All right. All right, so here we go. His chaplain is going to go first. He's got 2 base, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 1 for the charge. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Zealot. All right, so we got 4 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s.
Strength 7.
Strength 7. Oh, Furious Charge. Strength 7.
No, 2s.
Wounding on 2s, yes. So we got 3 wounds. 3-up armor saves. He's good. So now he has his attacks back. He's got 2 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, got 1 hit. Strength 5, toughness 4, wounding on a 3. 6 is rending. It's a wound. 3 up. Good. He's good. So they will be locked in combat. Yep. All right, moving over here. Tycho will go first. So he's got his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s.
Rerolling 1 for digital weapons.
Rerolling 1 because of digital weapons. All right, so 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Failed 1. All right. All right, so I've got 3 attacks coming into his squads over here. Initiative step 4, so he's going to go and my guy is going to go. So 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay. What? All right, we'll come back to you with his. And here comes the sergeant. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on a 4. Nope, nothing there. And then you've got one guy. Yeah, 1 guy onto the 2-man squad. That's a hit. Wounded on a 4. That's not a wound. And then you got 1 guy onto the 1 guy squad. That's not a hit. So I lost combat by 1. Rolling. I failed on the 1, and then on the other guy is cocked. Passed on that guy. So the 1 guy, so you can't actually sweep me because I'm just going to run away because you're still locked in combat with me. So he's going to fall back 7 inches. So we'll move him back. And that, I think, is the end of the Blood Angel's turn here. So we will come back. Oh, no, we got 1 more fight. All right, so moving over here, my company master is going to go first. He's got 3 base plus 1 for extra close combo weapon, hitting on a 3. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. Got 1 wound, 3-up armor save, and he's good. So we'll come back to you with I4. All right, so at initiative step 4, we're going to go with his guy. He declared a challenge, so I accepted with my company master. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. AP3, Iron Halo, 4 plus Iron Halo save. No, so he takes a wound. And we'll come back to you with the rest of my guys' attacks. And now the other 3 guys are going to attack. I've got an extra close combat weapon on the sergeant, so 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, okay. So I've got Deathwing Wing, so I am fearless. So we will be locked in combat. And that is the end of the Blood Angel's turn here on turn 4. So we will come back to you after with the objectives for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, so I got both of my objectives on my turn. Then coming on to turn 4, I got 4 and 5. So we will come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. These guys just kind of shuffled around. These guys moved up 6 inches over here. He is not moving. These guys moved up, so they're 1 inch away from them. These guys ran over, or running over this way. They moved up over there. These guys are locked in combat. They stood still. They stood still, and they stood still. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, this squad here is going to fire into his knight over there. So the blacks are going to have the signum hitting on 2s. The others are hitting on 3s. All righty, pretty good. These are now looking for 6s to glance. Re-rolling because of grav amps. All right, so we just got 2 4-ups. He makes them both. All right, the heavy bolter from here is going to fire into his devs over there, hitting on 3. Hitting on 3s, I should say. 1 hit, wounded on a 3. Okay. All right, this guy here is going to fire into his scout up here. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. All hits, wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound. 1 3-up cover save.
Who's shooting at what?
He's shooting into him. So 3-up. We're on the ground, so 2-up. Yep, he's good. And now he's going to do the exact same thing. That's cocked. All right, 2 hits, twin linked, 3 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds, 2 2-ups. Oh, he is dead. All right. Drop pod is going to fire into these guys, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound, 1 3-up armor save. He's good. All right, these guys here are going to fire into his Fire Raptor, who is going to jink. So, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Glancing on 6s. Nothing so far. Re-rolling because of grav amps. We got 1. He's good with the jank. He's going to fire into the Storm Raven, who is going to jink. So 1 shot, hitting on a 6. It's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. That's a pen. 4 up. Oh, and he's good. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Onto the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into there. Anything but. They are in. And then these guys are going to assault into there. 12 will get them in. So we will move them in, and we'll come back to you with a fight sub phase. And then this 2-man squad is going to assault in. Anything but, and they are in. All right. All right, so now we're going to go to this this fight over here at same initiative step now. So his attacks, 2 attacks plus 1 for the extra combo weapon. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. No, he is dead. But I get to attack back. I've got 2 attacks base plus 1 for extra close combo weapon. Hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. 6s are rending. No, nothing there. So he will consolidate and we will keep moving on. All right, so over here we've got my company master is going to go first. He's got 3 attacks base plus 1 for extra close combo weapon. Hitting on 4s. Oh no, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound, 1 3-up armor save, and he's good. We'll do his next guy, 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. Reroll 1 for shred. Nope. So we will come back to you with the rest of my attacks on I4. All right, now we're gonna go with my chaplain next. So he's got 2 base plus 1 for extra close combo weapon plus 1 for the charge, hitting on 3s. All right. Rerolling for zealot. All right, wounding on 2s. Really? So 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Oh, and wow, okay. That was to match my double 1, so he decided he wanted to roll to 1, so he is dead. So they will consolidate, we'll keep moving on. All right, so Tycho is going to attack into the 1-man squad that he was in base with. So 3 looking for 3s, looking for 4s. We got 2 real digital weapons, so we got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. He's dead, okay. All right, so we're gonna go with my attacks here first. So I've got 6 guys that all charged in there. So they've all got 1 base plus 1 for extra close combo weapon, and then the sergeant, one of them has an extra close, or 1 for the charge over all of them, and plus 1 extra close combo weapon for the sergeant. So these are all gonna be hitting on 4s. Alrighty. I will take that. And then these are wounding on 4s. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wounds. You can take them. You have to take them 3 at a time. Oh well. He's only closest to one of them. One of the guys. So I think, unfortunately, you've got 3 guys that are closest to most of them over here. Hold on.
Good.
All right. So he actually made the first 3. So then he's got 3 more. Ooh, and they go down. Okay. All right, so the other guys, they may be dead, but they're going to get to swing in. So the blues are going to be the sergeant, and the other 2, and one other guy are going to go into the 2-man squad, and then the one's going to go onto the 4-man squad. So hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. All right, so 1 is dead, and 1 armor save. No, so that squad is dead.
And this squad and the other one.
And then the one is the other one on a 4. No wound. All right, so I lost 3 guys total, and you lost 3 guys. So that is a tie combat, so we will be locked in combat. And that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 4, so we'll come back to you after with the objectives for the Blood Angels on turn 5. All right, so my opponent got both of his objectives, and then he rolled and got 3 and 5, which is destroy an enemy unit and have a scoring unit that's partially within the enemy deployment zone. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 5. His Fire Raptor is still in hover mode, moved over this way. His Knight is moving up this way. Those guys are staying still. Has to stay still, has to stay still. Dropped into hover mode here with his Storm Raven, and then he's got his Rhino over here. And that is it for movement phase for the Blood Angels. So we will come back to you after with the shooting phase here. We're going to start the shooting phase over here with the Storm Raven. He's going to power the Machine Spirit, the Melta, into my into this dude bro over here, and he's going to move the Assault Cannon into him over there. So we're going to go with the Multi-Melta, hitting on a 3. Twin linked. No. And now we have 4 shots from the Assault Cannon into my Razorback, hitting on 6s, rerolling because of Twin link. Nothing there. This drop pod's going to fire into the squad over here, hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. Now he's going to do the same thing into this one. Nope. Oh, he's going to do it into the scout. All right, hitting on a 3. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. He's going to go to ground. So it's 2. 3 up cover saves. And he's good. Would have been good with the 4s. All right. All right, this squad is going to be firing into the drop pod over here. We've got the blue is going to be the missile launcher, shooting into there. The brown one there is going to be, or gold one there is going to be the Signum on a las cannon, and then the red is going to be a regular las cannon. So hitting on 3s and 2s. All right, so all hits. Looking for 3s to glance on the red and the gold, and then looking for 4 to glance on the blue. Okay, so we got 1 pen plus 2 to the result. 5, so it blows up the gun on it. All right. This drop out here is going to fire into the Grav squad over here. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. No, 1 guy goes down. All right, the Fire Raptor here is going to power the Machine Spirit, the main gun, into my squad up there. Then he's going to use the quad gun over here onto the squad over here, and this quad gun over here into the 3-man squad over here. So, what do you want to do first?
We'll shoot the quad in that.
All right, we're going to do the quad gun into this squad over here first. So hitting on 6s. Twin linked. All right, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 3-up armor save. He's good. Woo! And now this quad gun is going to fire into this Grav squad over here. Hitting on 3s. Or 6s, sorry. Wow, pretty good. Twin linked. All right. Wounding on 3s.
Learning from you, Phil.
Oh, jeez. All right, so 1 wound. He totally learned from me. He got the snapshots down, and then he doesn't wound. That's exactly like me. So, 3-up armor save. No, 1 guy goes down. And now the main gun here is going to fire into the Grav squad there. So, hitting on 2s. Twin linked. Wounding on 2s. AP 3. Yep, that's, they're all dead. All right. Now this chaplain's going to shoot into my Grav guy over here. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's not a wound. All right, so his Knight is going to try to drop the blast on top of these guys over here. So let's see. What's it do to you? 2, so it's just normal. Let's see if it scatters. Looking to drop it right on top of this guy. It goes off 1 inch. So we'll see what happens here. All right, strength 8 AP 2 blast. I'm sorry, but so it hits 3 guys. So we've got 3 wounded on 2s. We got 3 wounds. 3, 4 up. Cover saves. They're good. Woo! All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. My one guy here failed his leadership test and ran off the board. So now his knight is going to charge into my guys up here. He has a 9-inch charge, and he makes it. So he will be in, and then we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so we're gonna start over here. He's got 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 2 hits. D. So 2 are dead. All right. Boop, boop.
Forward.
Yep.
And then D3 stomps.
So 3 stomps. The first one. So he's got 3 stomps there. So the first one is removed from play. So they are removed. So that will be that. Moving on in the fight sub phase. All right. So moving into here, Tycho is going to go first. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds, rerolling because of digital weapons. Nope. So 2 3-up armor saves. Make them both. All right, so I'll come back to you with my attacks. All right, and this 4-man squad in there has 5 attacks because of the extra close combat weapon on the sergeant, hitting on 4s. All right, this one is cocked. Nope. All right, so 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Cocked. Nope, nothing there. So they will be locked in combat. All right. And that is it for the Blood Angels turn here on turn 5. We'll come back to you with the objectives for Dark Angels on turn 5. All right, so I got both of my objectives, and then I rolled and got 1 and 3. So hold objective 1 and destroy an enemy unit. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 5. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. He stood still because he had to. These guys move 6 inches over this way. These guys just kind of shuffled around over in this way, and that is it for the movement phase. Oh, and he shuffled around a bit, and he moved over here. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, he is going to fire into them, hitting on 3s. 3 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 3 wounds. 3 3-up armor saves. 1 goes down. He is going to fire into him. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s, twin linked. Looking for 6s to glance. Nothing. He is going to fire into him, and he is going to jink. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Glancing on a 3. That's a pen. 4-up jink save. He's good. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. This squad here failed their leadership test and ran off the table. So that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn. That is it, Dark Angels turn here on turn shooting phase, I should say. Moving on to the fight sub phase, we're going to move into here. So Tycho will go first with his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, so 2 hits, wounding on 4s. Got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. Oh, failed them both. So I'm down to 2 guys left, with 1 with an extra close combat weapon, hitting on 4s. Okay, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 2-up armor save. He's good. So I lost combat, but I am stubborn, and I am strong. So we will stay in close. We will stay in there, and we are locked in combat. So that is the end of turn 5 here on in the game here. So let's see if it will go on to another turn on a 3-up. It does. So we'll come back to you with the objectives for the Blood Angels on turn 6. All right, so my opponent got both of his objectives, and then he rolled and got 5 and 1, which is have a scoring use partially in the enemy deployment zone, and then hold either objective 1. So that is it for the objectives here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Blood Angels here. He's jumped up on top of here, He's going to be facing that way. We just took him off so he doesn't fall over, because that would suck. These guys, he's still in hover mode, and he's jumped up on top of over there, looking over here. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase.
So the main gun.
All right, so we're going to start here with the Fire Raptor. He's going to fire the main gun into my company commander there, or yeah, company commander there, and company master with his squad there. He's going to fire the what is it, quad bolter into my scout, and quad bolter into these guys. So we're going to go with the main gun first. So we're going to come over here, hitting on 2s, twin linked. Okay, wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 5 wounds. What is it? Strength what?
Strength 6 AP3.
Strength 6 AP3. So that was 5 of them, you said, right? So 5 of them. We got 5 4-up cover saves. Killed 2. All right. Now the quad bolter into the scout over here, hitting on 2s. All right, twin linked. All right, wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 4 wounds. He is going to go to ground. 4 3-up cover saves. He's dead. All right, well, really dead. And then the other quad bolter is going to go into them right there. Hitting on 2s, twin linked. All right, wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds. I'm going to do it one at a time, then I'm going to have to look out Sir. So 3 up. He's good. 3 up. He's dead. And then I'm going to look out Sir. Looked out Sir. And 3 up. He's good. This drop pod and this drop pod are going to fire into that squad down there. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. No, nothing there. All right, so now he is going to fire into them. He's going to drop his blast onto them, and he's going to shoot him with the D strength. So here comes the blast onto him over there. That is going to scatter back 2 inches, right? Yeah. All right, so we'll figure that one. All right, sounds good. Yeah, we're going to figure this one out. All right, that actually hits both of them. So wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 1 wound. I'm going to look out Sir. That looks out Sir. Then he's got a 4-up cover save. He's good. And now he's got the D shot coming in here, hitting on a 3. That is not a hit. All right. So now the Storm Raven here is going to use Power of the Machine Spirit to shoot him with the assault cannon. So hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right. So looking for 6s to pen because it's going to rend. So you got 1 in there. The result is a 5. So weapon destroyed. So he's got no arms and he's down to 1 wound. Oh man. And then he's going to shoot the multi-melta at him on a 6. It's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. No, nothing there. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. He is going to charge into him. Needs a 12-inch charge. No, he does not make it. So that is it for the shooting and assault phase. We'll come back to you with the 1 fight we've got going on. All right, here we go with Tycho with his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 3 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound, re-rolling because of digital weapons. 3-up armor save. And I'm good with the fill phase. Woo! And then I've got 3 attacks back, hitting on 4s. All right, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 2-up armor save. He's good, so they will be locked in combat. So we'll come back to you with the objectives for the Dark Angels here on turn 6. All right, so I got both of my objectives and then rolled and got 2 and 5, which is hold objective 2 and have a scoring unit partially in the enemy deployment zone. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. He's actually inside the bottom of the building there. It's Kool-Aid manned right through. These guys joined in together up on top over here. He had to stay still. He shot around over this way. He stood still where he was. He stood still where he was. And that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 6. All right, he's going to fire into the Rhino there, hitting on 3s. All right, got 1 hit. Glancing on a 6. No, nothing there. And then he's going to do the same into him, hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, got 2 hits, looking for 6s. Nothing. And he's going to fire the Storm Raven, who is going to jink, hitting on a 3. Twin linked. You've got to be kidding me. He's going to throw a crack grenade into this, hitting on a 2. It's a hit. Looking for a 6 to glance. Nothing. And now that's it for shooting, so we're just going to go back to this fight over here. Tycho's going to go first, hitting on 3s. All right, got 2 hits, wounding on 4s. Got 2 wounds, 2. 3 up armor saves. And I make them both. And then I've got the 3 attacks coming back on 4s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. Nothing. So we will be locked in combat. And that is the end of turn 6. John, do you want to roll to see if we go on to a turn 7?
4 up, right?
4 up.
Yeah, 4 up.
It is. So we will come back to you with the objectives for turn 7 of, or just come back to you with, he got, nope, you only got 1 of them. So you got 1 of his objectives. All right. So we will come back to you with after movement phase.
We are.
All right. So movement phase here for the Blood Angels. He stood still. He shuffled around over here because to see him underneath there. He's staying over here holding on to this. Over here, the Storm Raven stood where he was. And that is it for movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 7. All right, so he's going to shoot the Assault Cannon Power of the Machine Spirit into him over here. So that's 3 hits, looking for 6s. No 6s. All right. All right, so these 2 drop pods here are going to fire into this squad over here. Hitting on 4s, 3s. God, I don't know why I keep saying that. Wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. 3 up armor save. I'm going to look at Sir, actually. And 3 up armor save. No, he goes down. All right, so the Fire Raptor is going to fire the main gun and this quad bolter into this squad. And this quad bolter into this squad. So which one do you want to do first?
Main gun.
All right, we're going to do the main gun into them over here.
7 shots.
All right, so we've got 7 shots. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling. All right, wounding on 2s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 4-ups.
Just going to do 6 4-ups because it doesn't make a difference at this point. So 6 4-ups. Failed 3. So my company master is dead, and my chaplain is down to 1 wound. And now the quad bolter is going to fire into him. So we've got all those hits. Now wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds. 3 up armor saves. And he goes down. All right, so now the knight is going to shoot the rhino that's inside of there with a D blast shot. So hitting on a 3, that's a hit. D strength is a 4, so it's it does D3 wounds or something like that, or D3 hull points. But I've got a 5 up cover save shooting into there. No, so it goes through. So I think we're gonna figure this one out. All right, so he takes 3 hits, 2 hits, I should say, plus the penetrating hit result is a 4 AP2, right? So he loses his gun. So he's down to 1 hull point. All right. All right, so actually the D result is D3 with a penetrating hit on the ITC. So they were saying, we talked to our local TO here, and he said that the way he reads it is that it's an additional, it's a penetrating hit, which does a hull point plus D3. So with that 2, it means that it is a wreck in there. So that is a dead Razorback. We never did the quad bolter from this side into him over here. He had said it, we just never did it. So here's the shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling. All right, glancing on 6s. Nothing there. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. Back over here. Tycho with his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. I got 4 hits, wounding on 4s. We've got 3 wounds, 3 wounds, 3 up armor saves. Failed them both, so I am dead over there. All right, so that is it for the fight sub phase. So we will come back to you after the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 7.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I am Brother Tellius. I have been sent here by the Glacial Goofus because due to some angry machine spirits, the final round of this match has been lost to the Maelstrom. As a recap, as what happened towards the end here, as our brave brothers, down on this planet battled against the Blood Angels. They threw all of their might at trying to remove Captain Tycho from the objective that he held. In the end, the shots that we fired were not enough, and he remained strong, holding on to his objective and bringing home a victory for the Blood Angels. It was a very close match, but in the end, the brothers from the Rock, the Dark Angels, were unable to remove the Blood Angels from the objectives that they held and lost the match. I do apologize on the Glacial Goofus's behalf for not being able to show you that final round, but we do hope that you enjoyed the remainder of the battle. So, we hope you have enjoyed it. He has been the Glacial Geek as always. His opponent was John. And until next time, have fun. And have faith in the Emperor.